Hey everyone, welcome to this video. This video is talking about the syllabus STPM Biology Semester 2. In this video, I will briefly explain the syllabus of subject Biology Semester 2. Hopefully, this video can make you guys to prepare yourself in Semester 2. Firstly, I will introduce the chapters that you have to learn and cover in Semester 2. So, the theme that you have to learn in Semester 2 is called about physiology. So, I think this theme, you are familiar with it, right? Because in SPM, you have also learned this theme in Form 5, I think. Form 5. But in Form 6, we also have learned this theme, and I think many people learn biology is very interesting in this theme, right? So in this semester, altogether we have to learn 7 chapters. So 7 chapters is very long compared to semester 1. Semester 1 only have 6 chapters, right? But semester 2 we have 7 chapters. So chapter 1 is about gases exchange, chapter 2 transport, chapter 3 control and regulation, chapter 4 reproduction, development and growth, chapter 5 is homeostasis, chapter 6 immunity, and chapter 7 infection disease. So altogether we have 7 chapters. First chapter, it will learn about gases exchange. Gases exchange, this chapter, I think everyone is familiar with it, right? In I think SPM, you also have learned that before. It is also familiar with SPM, but it will more deeper. Okay, there are total 3 subtopics in this chapter. The subtopic is about the gases exchange in human. So this topic, the first begin, you have to learn the human respiratory structure. This, like, you have to learn the lung, the air, oxygen, how the oxygen enter into our lung, what structure that the oxygen will flow, like bronchial, like that. You have to learn that. And also the second topic is about the structure of hemoglobin. This topic, I think in Sem 1 actually you have learned already, but in Sem 2 you also have to learn the hemoglobin structure. You have all know, right? Hemoglobin is one type of example of quaternary structure of protein. So you have to know the function also. The function of hemoglobin, you know that is in third topic, transport oxygen and carbon dioxide in blood. So in this third topic, you have to learn how oxygen and carbon dioxide transport in our blood system. How carbon dioxide and oxygen dissolve in our blood, who plays a role in that. So you have to learn that. And the fourth and fifth topic is about the new topic, oxygen dissociation curve. There are total 3 types of oxygen dissociation curve. You have to learn that. And the final topic is about the Bohr effect. Bohr effect and oxygen dissociation curve, they are relationship. You have to learn also that. These two relationship is about the carbon dioxide concentration. When the carbon dioxide concentration is increased, the curve will become 1. You have to know that. And the carbon dioxide concentration decrease, you have the curve will become 1 due to the Bohr effect. Due to the Bohr effect, it will change the oxygen dissociation curve. Okay. So this is all about the first topic. The second topic is about the breathing cycle. Breathing cycle, the first you have to learn is breathing mechanism. This one actually you already learned in STPM. Not STPM, SPM. The first you have to learn is inhalation and exhalation. During inhalation, what is the effect of inhalation? During inhalation, the breath will become, the diaphragm will become, the pressure of the volume will become like that, something like that. So there are the difference between inhalation and exhalation. You have to learn that. And also you have to know the mechanism of carbon dioxide concentration. When concentration of carbon dioxide increase, what signal was sent to the lung so that the lung can take reaction of inhalation, or either inhalation or exhalation. So this is the topic you have to learn. The second topic is the calculation topic. You have to know the graph. There were one type of graph about the tidal volume, vital capacity, total lung capacity, inspiratory and expiratory reserve volume, and also residual volume. You have to know the graph, and you have to know the location of these terms. Tidal volume is located at the graph at the position, which position. So you have to know that, and this is the calculation question. If the exam come out, it will give you a graph. It will give you the graph like this, if I am not mistaken. It will give you like this. Something like that. It will give you like that. So it will maybe in structured question, it will ask you, what is this? This position is called what? What is y-axis? What is this? This position is called what? What is this? This position is called what? You have to know that, all that. And if you know already, this the y-axis actually is the volume of the lung. So if when you know the all the position, then the next question maybe it will ask you, what is the volume of inspiratory reserve volume. You have to calculate it. How to calculate? So later you will know lah. This is just simple, not too hard. You just have to know how to you have to recognize the position of the graph. All these terms, there are each term have its specific position in that graph. Okay, so this is all about the second topic. The final topic is about the plant. In SEM 2 physiology topic, team, we not only learn human, we also have to learn plant also. So it's fair lah. Not akan adil lah. Manusia dan tumbuhan, kedua-dua ni mesti belajar. Tak akan kami hanya belajar manusia sahaja, plant tak, tumbuhan tak mau belajar. Tak boleh macam ni. Kami kena adil. Dua-dua ini mesti belajar. So the final topic is about the gaseous exchange in plant. So the first topic is about structure of stomata. I think this one normal lah. I already learned in SPM, and also the mechanism opening and closing of stomata. This one, although SPM you have learned before, but the mechanism in STPM were more deeper, and you have to use more scientific terms and biological terms if you answer the question. This one you have to take note lah. This one, although you have learned in SPM, but you have to take note that in STPM you have to learn more deeper and more scientific in terms of mechanism opening and closing of stomata. So that's all for chapter 7. In overall, chapter 7 is not too hard. For me, my experience is this chapter is not too hard for you. You are easy to understand. Maybe the hard topic is these two topics. Maybe oxygen dissociation and Bohr effect. Maybe you have to first time when you learn, you have maybe you don't know what it is talking about. So you have to take more effort on this. Okay, so that's all for chapter 7. The second chapter of this semester, transport. I think this chapter all of you are familiar with it, right? Okay, so this chapter also only have two subtopics. The first topic is mammalian. The second topic is plants. We have to learn transport in mammalia and transport in plant only. Habis, tak ada lah. But so in topic mammals, we have to learn this. So the first topic is about mammalian heart. This topic, I think you are very familiar with it lah. Even in PT3, you actually already learn the heart structure. So this one I don't want to talk a lot. I need to talk about the cardiac cycle. This is the new topic to you, and this topic you have to learn about these two new terms for you. This is systole and diastole. These two terms actually is the specific name for heart, for contraction and relaxation terms. Contraction of heart we know as systole, and relaxation of heart we know as diastole. But in biology, in heart, if you say the contraction and contraction, you cannot say contraction and relaxation. You have to state systole and diastole. If you say contraction and relaxation in heart, it is wrong. You cannot do that. You cannot use that term. You have to use these two terms, because these two terms are very important in cardiac cycle. So in cardiac cycle, you have to learn about how the blood flow within heart. You all know that blood. You all learn in SPM. You know all learn SPM, but the structure of mammalian heart have four chambers. Right atrial, left atrial, left ventricle, right atrial, right ventricle, right. And you all know that there is the valve between the at here and also valve between at here, right? And you all know that the blood will flow from pulmonary vein, from left atrial to left ventricle. Then left ventricle will pump the blood through the aorta to the whole body, and also the blood will the other for right hand side, the blood will come from pulmonary artery, pass through right atrial, and then go through the valve and go through the right ventricle. Then right ventricle will pump the blood to the lung. You all know this, right? But in cardiac cycle, you have to know that how the systole and diastole of heart control the blood flow in heart. This is the new thing you have to learn. Okay, so this is all about the cardiac cycle. And another thing is, and there are also another topic about the graph, cardiac cycle graph. There the graph look like that. Look like that. There are. Then there are the graph like that. Another graph like that. Then there are another line at here. Some like that. The graph like that, look like that. We have to know that what condition happen at here, what condition happen at here. There are total four conditions. You have to know what condition happen at these four parts, and also you have to know the name of this line, what the lines represented in this graph. You have to know all this, because normally objective question will ask this question. Many years past year you will see past year question. Although many year dia akan keluar macam soalan macam. Okay, this is about the cardiac cycle. And another topic is about the initiation and regulation of heartbeat. This actually is the other separated topic. Initiation of heartbeat is already you have already learned in SPM. It includes SA node and AV node. And you know that heart can make systole and diastole, but how heart make it? How heart can systole? How heart can diastole? So this is the topic initiation of heartbeat you have to learn, because have these two compound, sinoatrial node and ultraventricular node within the heart, so it can make a cardiac cycle in the heart. Okay, so the another topic is about regulation of heartbeat. This one is just the application topic. How we increase the heartbeat rate, and what condition will increase the heartbeat rate, and what condition will decrease the heartbeat rate. You also have to learn that. Then the third topic is about the heart disease. Heart disease. This one, the popular terms that you have to use is cardiovascular disease. You have to know. And in this topic, you not only learn cardiovascular disease, you have to learn also the hypertension and also heart attack. But in biology, we not call it heart attack. We call it myocardial infection, I think. Myocardial infection. I already forget the spelling, but I know that it is called myocardial infection. And another topic is about the another topic is about the stroke, I think, if I'm not mistaken. These three topics, these three diseases, you have to learn this list. Yes, this is just the application topic but I also important because already come out in many times in essay, and when it's come out, it will give you 10 marks in essay. Very it's look easy, but if you want to explain, not too easy to explain, you have to read also. And the final topic in Mammalian is about the lymphatic system related to blood circulatory system. This one you will learn how the blood can pass through how the lymphatic fluid form, and how the lymphatic fluid, interstitial fluid, like that only. Okay, so this all about the mammalian topic, mammalian transport. So the another subtopic is about the blood. So the first one you have to learn is about transpiration. This topic actually you have already learned in SPM also. So transpiration in SPM you have learned 3 pathways, right? The first pathway, fluid pressure. Second pathway, cohesion adhesion theory, and the final pathway is transpiration pool. Also in STPM we also have to learn these 3 pathways. But before these 3 pathways, we have to learn one more pathway, that is uptake of water and mineral ion from root to root xylem. This means that we all know that how plants can get water from root, right? So how the root uptake the water and mineral ion to the root xylem. Macam mana air tu dan mineral ion ni boleh diambil oleh akar dan dimasukkan ke dalam xylem akar. Yang ni awak kena belajar. Yang ni benda baru untuk transpiration topic. This is a new topic to you for transpiration. Then the other 3, root pressure, cohesion adhesion theory, and transpiration pool, normally same with SPM, but you have to alert that you have to use more scientific terms in these 3 topics. But the theory are same. The theory you learn in SPM, in STPM, also same in SPM. Okay, this is just like review for you the SPM topic. But the another topic is about translocation. This topic SPM you have never learned it. In SPM you just learn about the terms of the meaning of translocation only. Translocation, the meaning of translocation is the for flume function, right? It absorb the nutrients in the leaf and then transport the organic nutrient to all part of plant. You know that only, but you don't know how it's transport. In SPA you have to know there are all together 4 pathway that translocation. All 4 pathway for translocation. But the main pathway is about the pressure flow hypothesis. This is the main pathway. Ini paling the most important pathway lah. The most important pathway and the most mechanism that the plant will use in this pathway, pressure flow hypothesis. But it does not mean that these three are not important. These other three also important, but the most important is about pressure flow hypothesis. You have to learn that, and another three hypotheses you also have to learn. But these three hypotheses not too much will come out in examination. These three hypotheses, I think only 1 year essay come out. I already forget which hypothesis come out already. But pressure flow hypothesis 2020 it come out. 2020 it already come out in essay. That year I take an examination, so I know. But got 1 year I already forget which year that other hypothesis come out. So also important. So you also have to learn that. Just the pressure flow hypothesis is the most important. Okay, so that's all for chapter 8. Chapter 2 lah for semester 2. So this chapter normally maybe it will difficult a bit because got many new things for especially this topic translocation. Dia benda baharu and also this cardiac cycle for you. These two topic maybe you have to take more effort to it, but not means that other topic you can let it go lah. No, you also have to learn. Just these two topic maybe is new to you. You have to take more effort to understand it. And other topic, if you already understand SPM, then you will understand it easy in STPM. But if you in SPM, you also not very well. You also have to learn in STPM. Okay. Chapter 3, control and regulation. Actually, these two topics are totally different, but in STPM it combined together. Never mind. So control and regulation. This topic, if you see, maybe you are not familiar, but actually, if you see the topic you learn, actually some topic you have learned, but mostly for control, this topic are new to you. Mostly topic. So the first topic is nervous system. Nervous system in mammalian lah. Nervous system in mammalian like human. So the first one is you have to learn the structure of neuron. Actually, this topic actually in Sem 1 you already learn. Sem 1 chapter 2 you already learn you learn nervous tissue. You already learn structure of neuron and type of neuron. But in semester 2 you have to learn it. Also, because you have to know the structure first, then you can know the topic, the further topic. If you don't know the structure of the neuron, then you don't know how to applicate in these three topics. So this topic, I think mostly teacher will not carry out too much. Normally they will jump to this topic, formation of resting and action potential. This is actually is new to you. Dia macam benda baru lah. Formation of resting potential actually is different. Formation of resting potential and formation of action potential. You have to know what is resting potential and what is action potential. How the neuron actually also you already all know, right? Neuron is the place that it transfer the electrical impulse in our nervous system, right? Neuron is one type of cell that transfer electrical impulse in for whole body. So in neuron there are two forms. That is action potential and resting potential. And what are resting potential and action potential? You will learn it. Okay. Then the third topic is about characteristic of nerve impulse. the characteristic of nerve impulse. Ciri-ciri nerve impulse dia macam mana? Awak have to learn that also. And the fourth topic is about mechanism of impulse transmission along axon. You all know neuron have one part called axon, right? So the nerve impulse normally will transfer along axon, but the mechanism you have to know how the nerve impulse transfer the impulse along the axon. You have to know that there are the one mechanism. This mechanism is related to the resting potential and action potential. So you have to know the resting potential and action potential first. Then you can understand this mechanism. If you totally don't know this topic, you will not understand this topic also. These two topic mereka ada abang-adik punya. Awak kena belajar topik ini baru boleh faham topik ini. Kalau awak tak faham ini pun langsung tak boleh faham. Awak kena alert lah. These two topic is the sibling topic. They are relationship together. So this one is subtopic, one together. They are combined together, and because they are relation together. Okay. The next topic is about the synapse. Structure of synapse. Synapse all know, right? In SPM have learned this one. I think. Ini synapse. Ini kan synapse. Structure of synapse. You have to learn that synapse. This one. But we don't only learn synapse, we also learn about role of neurotransmitter in impulse transmission of synapse. We all know that when the nerve impulse come from one neuron, they will have a gap, right? In synapse is a gap. So how the nerve impulse transfer from one neuron to another neuron? Because they are the gap. The electrical impulse cannot directly pass through from one neuron to one neuron. So what substance that can help the nerve impulse carry from one neuron to another neuron through the synapse? What substance? So that substance is called neurotransmitter. So before you learn that, you have to learn what is neurotransmitter and types of neurotransmitter. There are several types of neurotransmitter you have to know, and they are named also. You have to memorize it, because maybe in structural question it will come out. Want you to name the one type of neurotransmitter in where? Because in brain there are another type of neurotransmitter, and body another type of neurotransmitter. You have to know that. And so you have to, in this topic, you have to know role of neurotransmitter. Macam mana neurotransmitter ini boleh transfer the nerve impulse from one neuron to another neuron through the synapse. Inilah yang kamu akan belajar in Form 6. Okay. Form 6. Hope you all can understand the overview topic lah. Okay. So next, another topic is about the new structure of neuromuscular junction. What is this? Yeah, you don't know, it's normal because it's new. These three topics are new to you. Structure of neuromuscular junction is similar to synapse, but the difference between synapse and neuromuscular junction is neuromuscular junction is like this, but the terminal part, another part is muscle cells. This is neuron, but the terminal part is muscle cells. This is normally already is the efferent neuron, because efferent neuron, the terminal part is the effector, right? Muscle cell is one type of effector, right? You all know that muscle cell is one type of the effector. So neuromuscular junction, this all we know as neuromuscular junction. So you have to know the structure of neuromuscular junction. Actually are same, similar, something similar to synapse. Just the difference between is the terminal part of this. It changed, it become muscle cell. But this part is same as synapse. It's just the difference between this part. So the structure that you have to learn more focus about the muscle cell. There are the structure in muscle cell that you have to learn. Why that? Because in the second topic you have to learn about the structure of segment. Structure of segment is about the muscle cell. Segment is one of the basic unit in the muscle cells. Muscle cell actually is very small, right? But in biology we have to see more detail 15 muscle cells. There are one structure is called structure of segment. You have to know that, you learn that also. You have to learn that these two topic, then you can learn this sliding filament hypothesis in muscular contraction. This topic you have to learn how muscle contract. How muscle can contract. We all know that, all know that muscle can contract and relax. Muscle can contract and relax. Tapi macam mana muscle to contract? How the muscle can contract? Due to this sliding filament hypothesis. But before you learn this hypothesis, you have to know these two structures first. Because these two structure are related to this hypothesis. Understand? I hope all of you understand. How will you understand? I repeat this. These two structure, neuromuscular junction is about the structure like that. It is one neuron, one efferent neuron, and one muscle cell. The one part is neuron, one part is muscle cells, and sarcoma is the part that is the structure that within the muscle cell, within the muscle cell. And when you finish learn these two structure, then you can learn the sliding filament hypothesis. What this learn? The objective want to learn this hypothesis is to how the muscle contract. The mechanism how the muscle contract. This is another mechanism. Okay. Hope that all of you can understand. If you don't understand, never mind. I think your teacher will give you more explanation about it, because this video just intro only, briefing only. I will not teach you. Teach you is your school teacher. Just give you a diagram. Imagine that what you will learn in this topic. Okay, then another topic is about the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. This one easy only, not too hard. You just want to know the mainly difference between sympathetic and parasympathetic only, like that. Okay, the last topic is mechanism of drug action. Dada. Kami akan belajar tindak balas dada dalam tubuhan, dalam badan kita. Why this topic you will know and you will know why drug can cause addiction. Why drug can cause addiction? You will know that. You all just know drug can cause addiction, but why? You will know this knowledge from this mechanism of drug action. It is the drug that we have to learn is about cocaine and cuvette. Okay, I think all of you know that. If you have seen the video, National Geography already say what cocaine. Because cocaine is one of the type of drug that the most popular drug that society will know. And cuvette is another drug. another drug that we cannot consume. Just it is the drug for hunter. For hunter, what? For hunt. If you want to hunt something, you will use Q-bag. These two, you will learn this, the drug mechanism of drug action of these two type of drug only. Just these two only. No, not too much. Just two only. Okay, so that's all for nervous system. So, in overall, this chapter is already touch difficult because this chapter, except this topic and this topic, you have learned in SPM, all topics are new. So begin this chapter, you have to take off effort in class. In class, when your school teacher teach you, you have to take more effort to it because all are new to you. Okay. So this is just the first topic, nervous system only. First topic only. It is not the end of this topic, not of this chapter. This is just the first topic. 9.1 nervous system only. The second topic is called hormone. Hormone. Hormone actually is the topic in regulation. But topic in regulation? Control tak ada buhat. Yes. Control we don't have plant topics. We only learn about the mammalian only. Learn about the human. Plant we know, we do not learn the nervous system in plant. We just learn about human only. So this is the second topic. Hormone is actually under topic regulation. So in this topic, we have learned plant and animals. Animals and plants different. Okay. So in animals, we just learn these two mechanisms. The mechanism action in steroid hormone and the mechanism action in non-steroid hormone. So in this topic, you have to know what is steroid hormone and what are non-steroid hormone, and what are the example of steroid hormone and non-steroid hormone. Because in examination, maybe it will ask, give the example of steroid hormone. It will ask in structure question. Maybe it will ask. The one of the example of steroid hormone is sex hormone. Progesterone or estrogen, testosterone is the type of the steroid hormone. Non-steroid hormone is insulin, glucagon is the non-steroid hormone. So there are two mechanism action between steroid hormone and non-steroid hormone are different. You have to learn that, and you have to also think about it. What is the difference between steroid and non-steroid hormone? Maybe it will come out in essay question, or even structure question also will come up. With the difference between steroid and non-steroid mechanism, steroid and non-steroid hormone. You have to know just these two topics only. In plant for animal, but in plant there are many topics. In plant, actually in SPA you already learn what? You have learned auxin and ethylene. Right? In SPM. Auxin hormone and ethylene hormone for plant part. But in STPM we have learned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 types of hormone you have to learn. There are total 5 types of hormone. Not only auxin and ethylene, you also have another 3 types. Gibberellin, cytokinin, and also abscisic acid. This hormone, what we have to learn? You have to learn about the function. The most important. What are the function of auxin, gibberellin, cytokinin, abscisic acid, and ethylene? And auxin, gibberellin, cytokinin, these 3 hormones, they are abang-adik. Mereka abang-adik punya. They have to function together, then it will give function together. Mereka abang-adik punya. In essay question, you will see what are the function of auxin with the help of gibberellin. Means that you have to relate these 2 hormones, auxin and gibberellin hormone, to the plant function. Just like that. You just don't want to know what are the function between these 5 hormones. There are many functions. Actually, there are many functions. You have to memorize. You have to know all function. Better know all. Okay. But there is not only that. We also have to learn about the mechanism action of cytochrome and role of cytochrome in photoperiodism and flowering. What is this? This. I never learned it before. Yes, you never learn? It's normal. First, you have to know that what is cytochrome. The mechanism action of cytochrome, what are they? You have to know. And then another topic is about the role of cytochrome in photoperiodism and flowering. So you have to know that what is the of photoperiodism and flowering. Flowering, I think everyone know lah. The cytochrome, it will play the role in flowering for the plant. For the plant. Bila tumbuhan itu akan berbunga. Inilah awak akan belajar ini simply. When the plant will flowering. When the plant will begin flower, will have the flower. This one because of cytochrome. Karena ada cytochrome, bunga itu akan flower. Tapi bila flower tu berbunga, karena awak tengok maybe there are some type of plant, it flower in January until June, but after June the plant will not flower already. Why like that? You have to know that this is the role of cytochrome. It control the plant flowering. So this is about the 9.2 hormone parts. So overall, this topic all are new to you. I can say mostly all is new to you. So you also need to take more effort in this topic. The fourth topic of this semester, reproduction, development and growth. This is the longest chapter in this semester. Actually, it is 3 chapters. You will see old syllabus actually is different 3 chapters, but in new syllabus it already combined to become 1 chapter. Actually, these 3 topics are totally different, but new syllabus it combined. So the first topic you have to learn about reproduction and development in human. This chapter, reproduction, I think many people like it. I know that many people like it, but in this chapter, this reproduction in human not easy like SPM. Not easy. I want to give you the truth. Not easy. Later you will know what make you not easy. So, the reproduction and development in human, the first 2 is spermatogenesis or oogenesis. This one I don't want to talk because SPM already learned. And the third one is fertilization. This factor is very important. First, fertilization. Why? All of you know fertilization meaning. It is the meaning where the sperm is penetrate to ovum and produce one zygote. Why? The meaning of fertilization. You just know the fertilization meaning, but you don't know the mechanism. In STPM, you will learn about the mechanism. How the sperm penetrate the ovum. We all know that the sperm will penetrate the ovum by this ovum. Sperm, ovum. How the sperm penetrate ovum? Macam mana? Awak pernah ingat tak? You have think about it before in SPM. In SPM you have not learned this, but in Form 6 you have to learn this mechanism in fertilization. This is the I can say not easy to understand. For my suggestion, I suggest you see video. You type YouTube the 3D video mechanism of fertilization, then you can have a better understanding. If you just see the books or Campbell, you will not understand much about the mechanism of fertilization. Okay, this is the first topic, new topic with you. And another topic is about implantation. Implantation, I think this topic all know right. All know right. No right. Implantation topic also all know in this topic. But actually in this topic, it have related in this topic. Stage in embryonic development. You all, if you in SPM, you all know that, right? In the implantation process, when the this is the this is the female reproductive system, right? And if you know that, when ovum release on 14 day on menstrual cycle, if there is fertilization process in fallopian tube, then the trophoblast actually after fertilization many days, when the cell enter the uterus, is called trophoblast, right? So when the trophoblast, it will implant in the endometrium wall. So this process is called implantation. So in this implantation process, actually we have to learn more detail in this stage in embryonic development. Why we say that it is stage in embryonic development? Embryonic development, this means that how the embryo form. How the embryo form. Formation of embryo. We say development of embryo. There are three processes: implantation, gastrulation, and organogenesis. But in our syllabus, actually we just focus implantation and gastrulation. Organogenesis, just you have to know that the meaning. You don't need want to know the mechanism. But if you want to learn extra information, you can know. Campbell have stated the mechanism at that organogenesis. Implantation and gastrulation you must learn, even because in syllabus it stated. Organogenesis not stated, but you can learn for your extra knowledge. Implantation and gastrulation you have to learn. The first stage is about the implantation. Then we will have another stage is about gastrulation. Gastrulation is the stage in the endometrium wall. After implantation, the trophoblast, it will develop through the gastrulation. So after gastrulation, it will undergo organogenesis. Organogenesis actually is the organ. The organ will begin develop. But another thing, the most important is during gastrulation, they will form the 3 layer. I think it will after gastrulation, it will form 3 layers. I think got ectoderm, mesoderm, and another is endoderm. If I am not mistaken, these 3 terms. These 3 terms actually is the structure, one of the name in the structure of gastrulation. So after gastrulation, it will form these three things. Each layer, 3 layer. I know 3 layer. Ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. This specific each layer will form respective organ. This one you have to know that. In objective question, always come out this kind of question. It will come out ectoderm. Which organ is about the ectoderm? Which organ is about the mesoderm? Or it will come out that one table. Then you have to know which statement is true about the formation of organ in ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. You all have to know that. So this is the topic you have to know. This is the most difficult topic in this part. that are especially in gaseous, not easy to understand. You have to either you go to YouTube see video, or either you have to make more read until you understand the topics. If you don't understand, make a reading. If you really not understand what the Campbell write and what the other reference book write, be better you go to watch YouTube. You watch YouTube, you type gaseous, it will give a 3D diagram, 3D video macam mana dia berlaku. This is about the stage in embryonic development. Okay. Another before I proceed, there are also another topic about role of hormone in menstrual cycle and ovarian cycle. Menstrual cycle and ovarian cycle actually you already learn in SPM, sama saja. You have 4 hormone, right? LH, FSH, estrogen, and progesterone. You have to learn that also. And the menstrual cycle graph 2, you all also have to learn also. But in this topic, I think your teacher will not focus too much because already learned in SPM. If you already forget it, you can refer to your SPM books. Okay. The another topic is about the role of placenta, covea, and amniotic fluid and allantoid in fetal development. This one is this 4 structure, placenta, covea, and amniotic fluid and allantoid, actually is a structure after the gastrulation. After the gastrulation, it will form this structure. Placenta, covea, and amniotic fluid and allantoid. You have to know all these functions. What are the function of placenta, covea, and amniotic fluid and allantoid? You have to in fetal development. Actually, already in fetus. Fetus is actually already in pregnant lah. Macam awak tengok ibu yang mengandung sampai 3 bulan, at least 3 months. The pregnant of woman actually in 3 months. If in the 3 months, it called fetus. It already called fetus. So the placenta, covea, and amniotic fluid and allantoid will play the role in fetal development. So what are the functions? You have to know. Okay, placenta I think all know, right? But I don't know why in SPA also have learned, but in STPM you also have to learn also. Okay, the another topic is about maturation. Maturation is what topic is what? Maturation is the final stage of pregnancy. When after pregnant you have to bayi kan akan bergeluarkan bayi kan. So ini proses lah. The process that the baby will come out from the mother stomach. This maturation process, the final stage. The final stage of maturation. There are hormone. Some hormone you have to know that maturation in hormone. There are some specific hormone. I think got one hormone, ACTH, if I'm not mistaken. This is a short form in examination, especially in structure question. If the exam want name the hormone, you cannot write ACTH. You have to write the full name. ACTH I already forget. Another hormone. And another hormone is called oxytocin. I think oxytocin. I think this another hormone. There are two main hormones that control they give the role in maturation. You have to know that. And there are another graph for maturation. There are another graph for maturation. Maturation you have to know. No. So this also the new topic to you. The next topic of this chapter, reproduction and development in plant. Yeah, just now is animal, so now will be plant. Plant, you also have very difficult also. The first topic is about the double fertilization. Is already SPM actually you have already learned, so mostly teacher will not focus on this topic. Same in SPM only, but the topic that you have to learn is about the embryonic development of seed. This is the important topic to you, because embryonic development of seed this is mean that how the seed develop. You all know that you all know ovary finally will develop to fruit, and ovule will finally develop to seed. But how it develop? How ovule can develop become to seed? This one you have to learn in this chapter, in this topic, embryonic development of seed. There are some process you have to know how the ovule can become the seed. Also, you also have learned ovary become fruit, right? So there are also formation of fruit. How ovary can develop to become fruits. But formation of fruit is more easier compared to embryonic development of seed lah. Embryonic development of seed is more difficult to you. It also need to take time to understanding. Okay, then another topic is about seed germination. Seed germination, you have to know what is mean by seed germination. Germinate is when you eat the seed, right? Like a bean. Then germinate is the process that it already come out one it will already come out the leaf or stem like that. This called germinate. The seed is germinate. But what is the process one make the seed become germinate? What is the process? You have to know the process how the seed can become germinate. So this is called mechanism of seed germination. There are also one hormone. This hormone is the plant hormone that you already learned in chapter 9. There are one hormone. I already forget what hormone is it. But there are one hormone in chapter 9 you have to learn that it is play the role of mechanism in seed germination. Okay. And the final topic is about the factor affect the seed germination. Apa faktornya akan mempengaruhi seed germinate? It has some factor will affect the seed germination. This also have to know. And this seed germination topic can say popular topics because it already come out many times in essay question. Already come out many times. I think got 3 times or 4 times already. And also factor effect got come few times have come out few times already in past year also. So overall, these are about the plant. Overall, all are new to you except this double fertilization. Other topics are new to you. The third topic is about the growth. It actually is the second topic for this chapter, reproduction, growth, and this is the second topic, growth. But due to it, we have reproduction in human, animal, and plant, so we consider as third topic in this for growth. For growth, you have to learn about the types of growth curve. We have to learn 3 types of growth curve. This all you have to learn what the growth curve look like at the pattern of growth curve and some description. You have to know the description and explanation of this growth curve. Another is the pattern of growth curve. You have to differentiate between these two. Type of growth curve and pattern of growth curve, they are different. They are totally different. Totally different. You cannot misunderstand this. So pattern of growth curve we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types: limited growth, unlimited growth, allometric growth, isometric growth, and intermittent growth. I think intermittent growth you have learned that, and limited and unlimited growth. Limited growth like human. Like human is limited growth. Limited growth means that when the organism go, it has the equilibrium state. Yeah, equilibrium state, and then it will die. Like that. Macam human lah. Human awak macam bayi awak akan remaja. Dalam remaja awak akan tumbuh sangat cepat kan. When you are in student state or secondary school state, then you will grow very fast until when you are in adult stage, like 24 years old, 22, 23, like that. Then you stop growth already. You cannot grow already anymore. And then this will maintain until maybe 50 years old, maybe 60 years old. Then growth will become decreased. This is the limited growth. But unlimited growth means that the growth is unlimited. This one is special for plant only. Plant that can undergo secondary growth. Plant, if you don't know graph, plant the growth of the plant. The growth of plant, you know that it's like that, right? Like that, it is unlimited. Dia akan pergi sampai unlimited lah. Kecuali manusia yang tabung pokok tu tak akan die punya. Dia tak akan mati punya. The plant will not die if the plant is not destroyed. This is unlimited growth. So another type of growth is allometric, isometric, and intermittent growth. Allometric and isometric is new to you but easier to understand only. Intermittent growth is for insect. Okay. So for intermittent growth, actually you have learned one term, right? Disease. Intermittent growth, if you see the graph, dia macam ni kan, dia macam tangga kan, macam float, macam tangga kan. Then the disease will occur in this point, right? The disease will occur in this point. The disease you also have to learn, and also you have to learn about the new things is metamorphosis. What is metamorphosis? You have to learn. And another one is the role of hormone in disease. Macam mana disease ini berlaku? Why when the disease happen and how it's happen? Because you know that whether the disease will not simply happen, it will happen from time to time. If the SAD simply happen, the insect will die lah. The insect will not call insect lah. The insect growth is very complex. So there are some hormones that play the role in disease. This also the famous topic is famous essay topics. Essay topic already come out many times also. The role of hormone in disease. They are to learn also. So overall, this chapter, this growth topic is easy to understand, although new to you, but it is easy to understand compared to the reproduction topic. Okay. The fifth topic is about the homeostasis. I think this topic also very familiar all of to you. SPM also have learned. In STPM, you also have learned it. So the first topic is about the importance of homeostasis. This is just a fact lah. Fact only. You have to memorize some importance point lah for homeostasis. Okay. Then the second topic is about the thermoregulation in human. This topic is about the regulation of temperature in human lah. In the skin, right? If you in hot temperature, in hot condition, your skin your skin hair will become white, and what human will do like that. Thermoregulation in human. This one actually SPM actually learn. And the third topic is about liver. This one is new to you. Very important topic, liver. Structure. The first one is you have to know the structure of liver. Structure of liver. The structure of liver is not simple that you see from the anatomy diagram. You will have to learn the detail within the liver, the cell of the liver, and the blood and the blood supply, the blood vessel of the liver also. You have to learn. And the second is you have to learn about the function of the liver. There are two functions. The first function is carbohydrate metabolism, and the second function is about protein metabolism. Carbohydrate metabolism actually you already know. It is insulin and glucagon. The two hormone, insulin and glucagon. These two hormones that regulate the carbohydrate metabolism. It is a regulation of blood glucose level. Blood glucose level, it is regulated by insulin and glucagon. Actually, but in SPM, although you have learned, but in STPM there are some detailed process, detailed description you have to learn. There are some detailed description you have to learn. So you don't want think that it is easy. Yes, it is easy to understand, but there are some detailed description you have to alert lah. You cannot write the answer like SPM. I mean that you cannot write the answer like SPM, so you have to know the some detail in STPM. Okay, and another subtopics about the diabetes. You just want to know about the type of diabetes. We have diabetes. We have separate into type 1 and type 2. You have just know the overview only. You don't need know too detail. You just want to know what is type 1, what is type 2 diabetes. Just like that. Just like that. Okay. So this is about the carbohydrate metabolism. Then another function is about protein metabolism. But this is the how our liver metabolize protein molecule. Because when we obtain protein, because protein is the large complex. You all know that protein is a large complex, and protein contain one toxic group called amino group. Amino group actually is amino group, or if you separate it, we call ammonia. We can form ammonia. Ammonia actually is toxic to human. We cannot digest this compound in our body because it is very toxic to us. It is toxic. So our liver, one of the liver function is metabolize protein complex by removing the ammonia, the amino group of protein. So there are some ways that the liver can metabolize our protein molecule. There are two ways, if I'm not mistaken. One way is called deamination, and another way is called transmination. And these two processes will be covered for protein metabolism from syllabus. So the main process is deamination. Deamination, there are one complex process that is called Krovich cycle. There are one. Not Krovich cycle. Not Krovich cycle. Ornithine cycle. Ornithine cycle. Sorry. Ornithine cycle is one of the process that involve in deamination. You have to involve it. Ornithine cycle dia macam Krebs cycle lah. Dia ada banyak. There are many intermediate substance in the cycle. You have to memorize it, or you have to memorize it like SEM1 Krebs cycle. Another just now I say that Krovich cycle. Krovich cycle you also have to know. Krovich cycle is about the carbohydrate metabolism. Sorry, I missed this. Krovich cycle is one of the cycle that involve in carbohydrate metabolism. You also have to know it also. Okay, so this all for about the liver function of the liver. So there are only two functions, carbohydrate metabolism and another function is protein metabolism. Although only two, but also banyak benda awak kena hafal. And another is the most important in this chapter, osmotic regulation in mammals. This one I think actually you already learned in SPM. Structure of kidney already learned, I think, so I don't want to banyak. And formation of urine, this one, although you have learned in SPA you have learned 3 process, right? The first process is ultrafiltration, and the second process is reabsorption, and the final process is sequestration. Yes, you already learned in SPM, but in STPM there are more you learn is more detail. Ultrafiltration, how it's filtrate. In SPM you just only know what substance filtrate and where is filtrate. You only know the glomerulus, right? I think is one glomerulus. You only know that the component that will filtrate from the fluid will flow into the tubule, right? The kidney tubule. You only know that. But in STPM you will learn how the filtrate will flow, penetrate through the membrane to the kidney tubule. You will learn that. This for ultrafiltration. At reabsorption, you also will learn the loop of Hindle. When you loop of Hindle, you all know that reabsorption occur at the loop of Hindle, right? But in STPM you will learn this part and this part. There are differences. There are differences between reabsorption in this part and this part. There are differences between these two parts. In SPA, you just learn overview only. You just learn all the components such as glucose, sodium chloride will be reabsorbed at here. But you have to learn these main two parts. These main two parts, they are reabsorption. The substance that reabsorb is different. The mechanism is different, and also at here. I think here got ionic this one convoluted tubule called plasma. I think plasma convoluted tubule. This one is discal convoluted tubule. Plasma convoluted tubule also have reabsorption, right? Also you have to learn the reabsorption at this part, and also reabsorption at the, we call this ascending of loop of Hindle, and another part is descending. This part is descending and this part is ascending. Descending and ascending. We will have these two parts, descending and ascending. So we have 3 parts. One part is plasma, one part is descending, and another part is ascending. These all 3 parts you have to know. There are differences. They have differences between them. And the final is sequestration. Sequestration is at the collecting duct and distal convoluted tubule, right? You have to know that also. What happened at here? What happened at there? Okay, so this is formation of urine. Okay, this one is the very important part. Although SPA you have learned, but you have to, in STPM you will learn more detail at all. Okay. So another part is about the role of ADH and aldosterone in osmoregulation. This one actually also have learned in SPM also. In STPM also have learned, but in STPM you will learn more detail about the action. You will learn more about the action. What action the ADH and adsorption do in osmoregulation. In SPA, you just know that when the osmotic pressure or the water content become low, then then it will send electrical impulse to hypothalamus. Hypothalamus will send the impulse to I think it's pituitary gland. Pituitary gland. I think ADH will send the impulse to hypothalamus. Hypothalamus will send the electrical impulse to pituitary gland. Pituitary gland then will secrete ADH hormone. Then ADH hormone will go to cause the kidney more absorb. Cause the kidney permeable to water, and more water will be absorbed in the SPM. But in STPM, you will learn more detail in absorption. How the ADH can cause the kidney more permeable to water, and also adsorption. These two hormones are different. ADH and adsorption are different. They have also two different mechanisms. ADH have ADH mechanism. Adsorption have adsorption mechanism. You have to know that. So, and the final one is about the control of pH in tissue fluid. During the formation of urine, they also reabsorption also. They also, one of the function is it will control the pH in the tissue fluid. How? You will learn about that also at here. Okay, so that's all for blood for animals. Then you also have to learn about implants. So the first topic is about importance of transpiration. This topic if you know that if it have to be in chapter 2 transport, but I don't know, the MPM put this topic in this chapter because transpiration also one of the type of homeostasis in plants, so it put at here importance of transpiration. So this is just the fact only. You just want to know some importance of transpiration, and then you have to learn this another four types of osmoregulation in plants. There are 4 types of plant that can osmoregulate in plant: mesophyte, xerophyte, hydrophyte, and halophyte. You have to know that which condition that plant will grow in this type. Mesophyte. What environment that the plant will grow in mesophyte? What xerophyte? Which environment that can make the plant grow in xerophyte? You have to know. Not in xerophyte. Mesophyte, xerophyte, halophyte is the one of the classification in plant. So that you have to know that environment and the morphological characteristic in plant that can let the plant survive in that condition. Because some plant can survive in water, like hydrophyte. Hydrophyte is the plant that can survive in water, like water lily. It can survive in all of the water, and some plant can survive in desert. Desert is xerophyte. The plant that can survive in desert place is xerophyte. And got some plant that can survive in near the sea. Why they can survive in the sea? They are called halophyte. And why the plant can survive at there? What morphological characteristic have halophyte have? You have to know that, or the leaf of the plant, the flower, the stomata. What type of stomata halophyte have? You also have to know. And this one is very important because essay already come out many times. I think 2020 have come out one times. 2020 other and previous year lah, but 2020 have come out. If I am not mistaken, mangrove plant, it come out. this kind of question in essay. So also very important, you have to know that. Okay, so that's all for homeostasis chapter. So this chapter actually, for me, the difficult part is here, is this. Although you learn in SPM, I know you learn in SPM, but the understanding have to take some time, especially these two topics. Liver, although it's new, but it easier to you to understand. Not too difficult, it easier to you understand. Just these two topics, maybe you have to make a more video, or you can see the video in detail, then you can make a more understanding. Okay, so that's all for this chapter. Chapter 6, chapter 12 is immunity. This one is totally new chapter. You have never learned before in SPM. At SPM, you just learn immune system. Let's learn the macam book. You just learn sikit saja. You just learn like sikit saja. You don't have learn too detailed in immune response. In this chapter, I recognize you to see the video in the vaccine COVID. How vaccine COVID-19 works. You search YouTube. Before if you see this video, you will learn. You will know how our immune system fight COVID-19. How vaccine help us to fight COVID-19. It's although we don't learn the vaccine activity in our body, but the immune response in our body are same, just same like that, and like that. You can see YouTube you search this how vaccine COVID-19 works in our body. You search this, you will know, you will learn more faster lah. Compare you to you just make a reading. If you just read, but don't understand, unknowledgeable. You just memorize it without understanding. You cannot get the knowledge within it. So this chapter, I recognize you to see this kind of YouTube first. Then you learn this chapter, you will have a better understanding. So the first topic is about the immune system. You have to introduce our immune system first. So our immune system is lymphatic system. Lymphatic system play a major role in our immune system, immune response. You have to know the lymphatic system. What is a lymphatic system, and some important organ in lymphatic system. There are some important organ in lymphatic system. One, the most popular is I think the most popular is lymph node. Lymph node is one of the organ in lymphatic system. Also have spleen or thymus, like that. This you have to learn this lymphatic system. I also have to know the function. What is the function of lymph node? What is the function of spleen and thymus? Because in one year, the essay question it is come out with state the organ that found in lymphatic system and give its function. Wow. This kind of question, many people see very easy, but they don't read because they think that this topic not important. But MPM come out this kind of question. So you don't know what MPM style. So better in STPM, better you read all questions, because some kind of question it is very easy, but you don't read, you don't know how to write. This is MPM. Ini MPM. Okay, so just the lymphatic system, introduction of lymphatic system, and the second is structure of antibody, antigen, and epitope. You have to learn the structure of antibody and also antigen and also epitope. You have to know. And the third one is development of T and B cell. This one is very important because T cell and B cell is one type of leukocyte. White blood cell, leukocyte white blood cell, one type of white blood cell. And T cell, T cell and B cell plays the major role in our immune response. And we have in syllabus we have two T cell, T4 cell and Th cell. Other name is helper T cell, and another one is called another cell is called cytotoxin T cell. Depends lah. But if the structure question asks you to name the T cell, you have to name this helper T cell and cytotoxin T cell, rather than T4 and T8. T4 and T8 just the short form only. So this is two types of T cell, and B cell just only one type. T4, T8 and B cell are the most important leukocyte white blood cell that play the major role in immune response. You have to know that. So before you know the action first, immune action first, you have to know the development of T and B cell. Means that how T cell and B cell develop. How the T cell and B cell develop from the lymphatic system. It is developed from the lymphatic system. But how? Now you have to know. So this is just the introduction, intro only. We have not entered the immune response yet, but just intro. Then 12.2 will be the immune response, development of immunity. So we actually have two types of immune response. One type is cell-mediated immune response, and another type is cell-humoral immune response. You have to know that. And before these two response, they have another vagonization process first. Vagonization process by T4 cell. T4 cell helper T cell. You have to when the B cell or B cell or Th cell want to fight the pathogen or antigen, they have to vagonize first, because T4, Th cell and B cell cannot simply fight the compound. The Th cell, B cell will not have the information to simply fight the people. Like human, if the police want to seorang polis, dia nak tangkap seorang, dia kena informasi kan, dia tak boleh simply tangkap seorang kan. Kalau dia nak tangkap seorang penjenayah, dia kena ada gambar dia kena ada gender dia, informasi dia, baru boleh buat tangkap kan. Kalau tak ada informasi semua, dia macam mana nak tangkap orang itu? Same as in our body. If in our body, Th cell, B cell do not have the information about the antigen or pathogen, they cannot fight against the antigen and pathogen. So the vagonization process by T4 cell is very important. It must have the vagonization first, baru and send the information. Dia akan send info kepada Th cell and B cell, baru dia akan buat immune response. And in our human, there are two types of immune response: cell-mediated immune response and humoral immune response. Cell-mediated immune response, T8 humoral immune response B cell. Th cell yang akan handle cell-mediated, and B cell akan handle humoral immune response. And humoral immune response will require antibody. It will use antibody. B cell will produce antibody. This one, later if you learn this chapter, your teacher will teach you. I just give you the image only. The B cell will produce antibody, and the antibody will fight against the antigen. And for this one, Th cell, when it get information from the T4 cell, it will directly digest the pathogen, directly. It will not produce antibody, but it will directly digest the pathogen. So this is the overall process for our body immune response. So before the immune response process, the first process is about the recognition first. It must recognize first the antigen, baru dia boleh baru B cell and TH cell boleh buat action. Kalau ada information, B cell and TH cell tak boleh buat apa-apa. So that you will have to learn is how T4 cell recognize antigen and pathogen. Macam mana dia recognize? Kerana dia tak boleh simplify recognize kan. Kalau awak nak tentukan penjenayah tak boleh simplify. Oh, dia adalah tak cakap A ini adalah penjenayah. Tapi apa buktinya? Apa buktinya awak cakap dia penjenayah? So there are some recognition step process you have to know in T4 cell, and then you have to also learn how the information sent to TH cell and B cell. There are different different types of sending information to TH and B cell, and TH cell and B cell also have the different immune response. I already say right, B cell need antibody, TH cell don't need antibody. It just directly digests the antigen or pathogen only. So these are just the image for you to know how you our body get to play an immune response for the pathogen. Okay, hopefully we all can understand. If you don't understand, never mind. Your school teacher will teach you more detail. I just give you image only. Okay, so next is about not about the response, just about the application, antigen and antibody interaction. This one actually you already learned in SPM small kalau action of antibody, antigen antibody interaction, right? Antibody dia akan bind dengan antigen kan, dia akan banyak interaction. In SPM awak ada belajar neutralization, awak belajar like agglutination, betul kah? Dan ni STPM adalah belajar just STPM ada tambah satu complement fixation. Yang ini yang kamu perlu, this why you have to alert lah. Complement fixation, this is the new interaction between antigen and antibody, new one, complement fixation. Okay, just like that. So this topic is the most important topic in this chapter. This one, the main aim of this chapter, development of immunity, very important. And if you just read actually first time, actually you will not understand. Trust me. Except you are the people that have the high thinking skill that you can imagine. Okay lah, that's fine. But normally people will not understanding when you read first time. For me, I read many times Campbell. I read many times Campbell. I baru faham dia cakap apa. So maybe if you want to better understanding, you can see YouTube. You see YouTube, then you understand more well. Okay. So another topic is 12.3. This is just the concept self and non-self. You have to know what is self and non-self. Non-self. And then you have to learn about organ transplant and rejection. There are many types of organ transplant, and also there are many types of rejection. We have to know that and the prevention of rejection. How to prevent the rejection. Organ transplant will cause rejection. You all know, right? If you see the drama, when the one people A person have the disease like kidney failure. he want kidney, but the society cannot simply donate kidney to him. Although for me, if I really want donate kidney for him, but I cannot simply donate because they are self and non-self at here. Self and non-self. So we have to before donation we have to make a test to see whether I and he and I accept or not. Accept or not. Baru saya, kalau accept saya baru saya boleh demam kidney saya kepada dia. Kalau tak boleh, langsung tak boleh. So inilah organ transplant and rejection. But there are many types of organ transplant you have to know, and also rejection and prevention of rejection you have to know also. Then another important topic in this chapter is HIV infection. HIV virus. HIV infection. HIV virus will cause what? AIDS. This disease, I think all of you know, right? Even you in primary school already learned this, already hear this before. AIDS. This is the disease that already appeared in our world many thousand years, few thousand years. HIV virus, and until now we cannot kill this virus. We cannot kill this virus. And you will learn in this topic. You have to learn how HIV virus infect our body. Macam mana HIV virus ini mengancam badan kita. This one you have never learned before, but it is interesting. You can see YouTube also. If you interest, you can see YouTube also. How the HIV virus infected our body, and then how it affect our body immune system. Because HIV infection normally were people who get AIDS. Normally they won't die due to HIV. They die due to the low body defense system, low immunity. They die due to low immunity. They die not kerana HIV, kerana mereka immunity badan dia sangat rendah lah. You have to learn how HIV affect our body immune system. This you will learn. And the last topic is immune disorder, SLE. This one just you have to know the symptom, treatment, and prevention, and also the type of, and also the some simple description only. Okay, so that's all for this chapter. So normally this chapter very difficult. I can say is difficult to understanding, but it's interesting if you already understand. It is interesting. So hopefully you all can understand it. The last chapter of this semester is called infection disease. This chapter actually is new chapter in new syllabus. New chapter in new syllabus. New syllabus means that in terminal syllabus, like old syllabus, new terminal syllabus does not have this chapter. Tak ada chapter ini. Tapi dia tukar macam syllabus sekarang, dia ada chapter ini lah. Okay, so just the infection disease. So you have to know the intro of infection disease. The most important is meaning. What is meant by infection disease? This is very important because as say when it come out this chapter, the first question normally it will come out this. What is meant by infection disease? I already see it 4 times past year. 4 kali saya sudah many kali 3 markah. If I not mistaken, 4 kali saya sudah nampak dia keluar 4 kali 3 markah. So you have to know what is mean by infection disease. And in our syllabus, we have to learn about four types of infection diseases: dengue, cholera, tuberculosis, and malaria. These 4 diseases are the disease that have affect our people and also in the world, affect the whole world. Dengue, I think all people know, right? The one of the disease that Malaysia has. Cholera, tuberculosis, and malaria maybe is you have never learned before, because cholera, this disease is normally happen in poor development country or poor country. Normally will happen in poor country punya. And tuberculosis disease ini macam COVID-19. Dia macam COVID-19. Macam saya tak. Dia macam COVID-19. It also the lung disease. It also will affect the lung. And it also the airborne disease. Airborne disease means that it is spread through the air. It's also the lung disease and also the airborne disease. Dia macam COVID-19 punya. And another, the final one is malaria. Malaria macam dengue. Dengue semua tahu kan? Dengue macam mana berlaku? If you bite by mosquito. What mosquito? AIDS, right? AIDS. If you know AIDS lah. AIDS. If you bite by this type of mosquito, then you will get dengue. Same is in malaria, but malaria is not this mosquito lah. Malaria is another type of mosquito. You have to know. I already forget. Sorry. But there are one type of mosquito that can, if you get bite from it, you will get the malaria. So in this chapter, for these 4 kind of disease, you have to learn about transmission. Macam mana dia spread. Dengue macam mana dia spread to another person. Cholera also transmission. Symptom. If you get this disease, what symptom do you have? And also prevention. How do you prevent these 4 diseases? And finally, treatment. How do you treat this disease? So these 4, all you have to know: transmission, symptom, prevention, and treatment. This only just four things you have to know. All. You have to know all. So this all for this chapter. This chapter not hard. It's not hard chapter. Just many fact. It has many fact chapter. It is easy to understanding. Just maybe the memorizing is more difficult to you, but try your best. And this chapter come out in essay frequently. Frequently will come out in essay. So hopefully you can, because it is a new chapter, new content now in STPM syllabus, so it will frequently asked in examination lah. So hopefully you can know lah this chapter, what chapter this topic about. So that's all for this video. Hopefully this video can give you well explanation to you before you enter SEM 2. And I have to say sorry if my video have wrong information or maybe have mistake or my English is very bad. I have to say sorry to you because I'm just a senior, I'm not a teacher. And hopefully good luck to you all lah. So thank you, bye bye.